Good morning and welcome to a brand new day, a brand new working week. It's Monday, the 11th day in the month of March 2024. Welcome to the paper review on Quest Television. My name is Alex Ogbonnaya. Two issues are really occupying the front burner on the front pages of the dailies. The budget pardon and the massive kidnap of school children in Kaduna State. The papers really have stories on these issues. And just to also remind you that I am not here alone in the studios. I have here with me Comrade Efe Odomo. Comrade, good morning to you.
Good morning, Alex Ogbonnaya, the immediate brother of Ogbonnaya Onu, the former governor.
That's a new one. I didn't know he's my brother.
Oh, no, I have investigated.
Oh, you have? Interesting.
Investigative journalism.
The BBC if you like. Okay, that's a new one. Okay, good to have you, Comrade Efe Odomo. Yes, let's quickly delve into the papers. 5 of them are up this morning for review: The Tribune, Vanguard, Daily Trust, Punch, and The Nation. We're going to speed things up as quick as we can. Nigeria Tribune is our first port of call. Alleged budget pardon, lawmakers set for stormy session. That's the lead story on the front page of the Tribune. You can see that on your screen. It comes with a rider: Senate Appropriation Committee meets, keeps mum. Presidency says Tinubu presented 27 trillion naira budget, not 25 trillion naira budget. We will keep our eyes, ears, in fact nose and mouth very close to this story because we've not heard the last of it. Still on the front page of Tribune newspaper: flooding, Lagos government begins enforcement of drainage right of way. BVAS can't be used for Oyo LG polls, that's according to Oyo State Independent Electoral Commission. Why Naira remains under intense pressure, that's according to a report. Why Naira remains under intense pressure. And Benue APC crisis gets messier. 2 chairmen emerge. We are authentic stakeholders in Ekiti PDP Fayose Group. And above the masthead of the Nigeria Tribune newspaper, under 2024, there's quiet in PDP APC over governorship primaries. Tinubu to meet stakeholders in April as Ayedatiwa Ibrahim intensify lobby. Because Oyo State is going to be in the news very shortly. Sorry, Ondo State is going to be in the news very shortly. Customs must compensate families of Lagos Stampede victims. Falana wants further distribution done through LGs. Okay, that's that from the Nigeria Tribune. Let's quickly go straight to the Vanguard newspaper. Businesses suffocating as energy cost shoots skywards. That's the lead story on the front page of the Vanguard newspaper. And below that one, hunger. If government fails to secure farmers, food prices will remain high. This according to FACAN. Nigeria Games, or rather African Games, gold reign for Team Nigeria. That's in wrestling. Fresh suits ask courts to deregister Labour Party bar candidates. Wow, that's a new one. Muslims begin Ramadan fast today. We say congratulations to them. Edo Guba, how Edo South leaders Obaseki Ighodalo agreed on PDP running mate. And State of the Nation, we can't continue like this. This is according to who now? Professor Okonkwo. And quickly we go straight to Daily Trust. Parents of abducted Kaduna students cry out for help. We hear the president has ordered the entire military paraphernalia or military hierarchy.
Onslaught. Let's use the word onslaught.
Onslaught to ensure that 287. Somebody said
that's a whole community.
Somebody said not 287 chickens, 287 humans.
Yes, they're not even granola that you can put in the pocket and stroll away. Nobody will know anything about your movement.
Let us
pause a bit.
Okay, cool. Let's do that now.
287 pupils. Some of the escapees said they came immediately. They wanted to go into their classrooms after the normal morning devotion. They came in about 25 bikes. Before you could arrange 287 pupils, put them on bikes, and you are driving out of the school through the town, heading to the forest, into the forest. No police, no Air Force, no military, no paramilitary could see them. They are now in the forest. The government is saying they should go and rescue them. Who is fooling who? Everybody responsible for the security of that area, everybody should go down. If they don't do that, which means they also have hand in what is happening. When I was still in Lagos, there was a day they went to rob at Akpogbon area of Lagos. Yeah. That place is always very crowded.
I know the place.
And one of them was caught. But in the process of the brouhaha, he escaped. Do you know the immediate person chasing him was a member of the robbery gang? He carried a cutlass and was running after him very seriously. He was speaking Yoruba to him. Maduro, Maduro. We go kill him, Maduro, Masalo. He was blocking everybody from getting to the guy. Because they were all in the same business. It is not just possible for those number of students to be taken away. This thing happened during Jonathan's time. That up to a point that the wife of the president then said, look, why my husband did not kidnap the people? Go to the state where those people are kidnapped. Talk to the governor. You cannot tell me that you have security on ground. And somebody, military bandits will just drive from nowhere into the school and capture everybody. So
some people think that it's a hoax. Do you believe that?
No, it may not be a hoax. Those children were actually captured, but it was a special arrangement. Hoax means nothing like that happened.
True.
But this one actually happened. But why were they not seen throughout that process of coming in? Because when you see bandits come in quantum like that, they must have passed through some military checkpoints. They must have passed through some police checkpoints. Why were they not questioned where they were going? Why were they not held? On their way back, did they pass through the moon, the sky, or they went under the sea and became a submarine?
Forget that these guys, when I say these guys, I mean the bandits. Yes. They always target vulnerable schools in rural areas where you don't have
built in the bush,
where you don't have security people, police people, even where the distance between that school and some form of civilization where police stations or.
Let me ask you, was the school or is the school in the bush? Is it not in the town? Are you even telling me now that there are no police and are they not having local vigilantes around that area that could have raised an alarm? Is the place outside Nigerian borders? Is there any place in Nigeria within the confines of Nigeria as an entity that has no security? In the north where this is happening every day, kidnapping every day, killing and maiming, burning and go, you hardly see checkpoints on the road. Why is it like that? Travel from here to Warri, especially today Monday, you can count up to 9 checkpoints between this short distance. About 9 checkpoints. They will ask you everything. Even there was a day they stopped me, they asked me to go and bring the receipt of purchase. The receipt I used to buy my car. And I asked them, is it part of the requirement of the police? He said, when we get to the station, we will know whether it is part of the requirement or not. Now, in area like that you have serious security issues, serious security concern, they are saying there is no checkpoint along the road. So you are just telling them that go and park what you can. Then when you are tired, you can stop. We are playing with this thing, and it has become a cash cow business for the perpetrators. Remember the other military man, Major General Atolagbe?
Yes.
Who captured some of the bandits, paraded them with their sponsors. The next minute he got a call from above that he should transfer them to the federal capital. And the man said, no, this is his point of crime. And they must be tried there. What happened to him? In less than how many days, he got a letter of dismissal from the military. And up to date, it has not been reversed. What happens to those people? The bandits and their sponsors. So who is now coming to tell me that they've ordered, the president has given order, when the president has not even ordered the arrest of the people who are supposed to protect those students? Who is deceiving who? I just pray you don't travel to the north, because I cannot be a negotiator.
Okay, let's stay with Daily Trust newspaper now. Workers trapped as 5-story building collapses in Anambra. It's a sad one. All Africa Games, Nigerian female wrestlers scoop 6 gold medals. 59 doctors resign in Nasarawa, alleged poor welfare. In fact, just this morning we heard that over 16,000 doctors have, let me to use the word, jackpot.
They have jackpot.
They have jackpot. This is according to Ali Pate, the man in charge of the ministry. And out of 300 health practitioners, 300,000, I beg your pardon, health practitioners we have in the country, only 50,000 of them are doctors. Okay, this is sad analysis there. But we just hope that the authorities will do something to, help the situation. Ramadan begins today, Sultan. That's also directly below the masthead of the Daily Trust newspaper. Quickly, we go straight to Punch. Schools in 14 states, FCT risk attacks, says federal government. And that's what we're saying. You know the risk attacks, and nothing is being done to ensure that when these attacks come, they will be repelled. They'll be repelled. Okay. So it comes with a rider, Adamawa, Bauchi, Borno, Katsina, FCT, others affected, 465 pupils, women in kidnappers' den. Federal government receiving U.S. support to free victims. Presidency alleges sub-regional forces behind kidnappings. All of that you can find on the front page of the Punch newspaper. Still on the front page of the Punch newspaper, Ramadan begins today. Sultan seeks prayers against insecurity and hardship. Above the masthead of the Punch newspaper, Tinubu launches student loan Thursday. Foreign scholars seek inclusion, and only foreign borrowing can save Naira, clear CBN debts. This is according to ERU, whatever that means. The story is on page
Economic Intelligence Unit.
Okay, is on page 36. Naira devaluation fueling massive regional exports. This according to governors. The story can be found on page 31, and that's that from the Punch newspaper. Ogun police nab 3 for murder attempt, and blackout worsens as hoodlums vandalize transmission lines. Okay, let's go quickly to the Nation newspaper. That's our last paper of a review. Presidency slams senator over budget pardon claim. That's the lead story on this front page. I did say that two stories stand out, this and the other one, kidnapping of over or nearly 300 students from Kaduna State. PENCOM did not give federal government 10 trillion naira loan, agency not a bank, says DG. And directly above the masthead of the Nation, foreign investors pump $823 million in forex markets. Pro-Shuaibu protesters seek end to impeachment move. Sultan pronounces today as first day of Ramadan month, and CBN screens banks of financial report for infractions. It's a loaded front page, but we're going to stop there now. Let's come back to you, comrade. Budget padding, that's also one story that will, of course, in the next few days, probably weeks, we will not hear enough of. This lawmaker, Ningi, is saying that additional 3 trillion naira from nowhere found its way into the budget. How come?
Is it a new thing in the Nigerian budgetary system? Why was Jibrin suspended from the National Assembly when he was in the House of Reps? I don't know whether he has come back to the House of Reps now. He was mentioning names of those who were pardoning the budget. Did they do anything to those people? Rather, it was he who cried out that was suspended. And he paid dearly for it. So this thing is not a news to anybody in Nigeria here. We will even have this of slogans there. If you can pad more. Why is it coming back as a news? Even all these people are crying wolves now. They were part of those who padding budgeters at that time. Maybe because the president there was their own son. Because if you are in an office and you know that there is a massive fraud in that office, if you are transferred, you will still have your eyes in that very place that, oh boy, this we were doing that, this people is like they are still doing it, so how do we get our own cut? You see, we have, the system is so rotten that anything goes. 3 trillion naira is not a kid money. And if they say that budget was actually padded, that the presidency is saying it's not padded, you don't argue what is addressed to the eyes. I'm not a lawyer, but there is something they call things that are addressed to the eyes. You cannot deny it. I know that you are putting on ash-color dress. You cannot deny it. But if I said it as somebody above at the other side of the building had me, it's addressed to the ears. That is a slander and libel. You can deny it. But this one, if you know that the budget is padded up to that level, even padded at all, not even whether up to that level or padding is padded, come with your evidences. Show your documents. Then let the government defend themselves.
He said they employed a consultant, a private
investigator. In the other vein, who gave them that authority to go outside and employ a consultant to come and start looking into the budget of the Federal Republic? Who gave them that power? Where did they derive their power? Is this the first time they are padding budget? Oh, because they have group themselves as another senators. Are they not saying that tomorrow, if another president is on the seat, then the Southern senator should also consult a consultant to go and check whether the budget was padded or not? We should not start what we cannot continue. Nigeria, as of today, we still believe Nigeria is one. This segmentation of this is north, this is south, this is southwest, this is southeast, this is Niger Delta should be jettisoned with if at all we want to continue as a nation. If you suspect something like that, you are in the Senate, your people are in the House of Reps. Why don't you initiate let me use the word probe now? Why go out to go and start bringing a consultant? Even they should be charged for treason. That's what they've done is tantamount to treason.
Or maybe revealing state secrets.
Exactly. That is treason. You can't do it in all this Western world and get away with it. It is absolute unacceptable. Let me not use the other word so that you will say that we're on air. Those people who are behind this thing should be brought to book. Otherwise, one day they will just go to Mr. President and tell him and drag him to Eagle Square and tell him to explain what he has done. He has that immunity. If he has done it, it is very, very wrong. But not for you to start crying wolf in the marketplace. This is an internal issue. Now, if that budget was padded, could it have been able to be successful without the involvement of any of the northern lawmakers? Is it possible? Who is the Minister of Finance? Is a Southerner. Who is the CBN governor? Is a Southerner. But EFCC chairman is also a Southerner as I learned. If all these people are Southerners, that is also a problem. They can pad it quietly. But the Northerners should put their eyes in those areas they thought they have pardoned. Send a note to Mr. President. We have discovered this, we discovered this, we've added. How is it? If Mr. President could not explain, then you can come to the public. But if not done that, you've just gone to consult a consultant, putting the horse before the cart.
But why pad the budget?
That is an act of stealing. That is stealing.
Why not come out openly and probably if you want more money in your or for your department or for your ministry?
Do you know how much goes to the pockets of these people? And still they are not satisfied. They get constituency allowance, they have recharge card allowance, they have wardrobe allowance, they have car maintenance allowance, they have all the allowances. If you calculate their income, it's more than 30 million.
Talking allowance too.
Yes, talking allowance. Even
allowance.
Even holiday allowance. Go, there will be some token to be paid to your
I think we should start considering,
contesting the election. But do you have the popularity? If you don't have the popularity, do you have something in your pocket to fight the...
We'll try.
So budget padding actually is a criminal offense. But Nigerians have overlooked it, and this is not the first time. If actually this thing was padded, I am not saying they did, I'm saying they did not. Allegation has been made. It is left for them to prove that allegation. And if they could not prove that allegation, then everybody should be dealt with according to the law of the nation. Okay,
and let's rest that one now. Let's go to Vanguard. On the front page of Vanguard, businesses suffocating as energy costs shoot skywards. There seems to, like the federal government doesn't seem to have an answer to the problem of this epileptic power supply.
Is it only the epileptic power supply they don't have problem? Every part, every section of the economy, they don't have answer to anyone. They don't. Is this security you want to talk about? Have you not just told us that they kidnapped 287 pupils, not even students, children? And they have no answer to it. Your health sector is dying. 50,000 medical doctors in a nation of almost 200. Let's say the whole Nigeria is 300 million. 100 million is outside the shores of the country. 200 million naira within the confines of the country.
200 million people.
And
you said 200 million naira.
Sorry, 200 million people. The party you see? So if 50,000 are to take care of, do they have answer to it? The Japa syndrome, have they been able to address it? Why is it power? Do you know that some parts of this country, they don't have light more than 6 hours in a week? And everybody now shifts attention to diesel. And look at the cost of diesel. You export your crude to the Western world to refine. Then you buy it back from them. Why not enter into a tripartite agreement? We give you the product, give us your charge of refining, then bring our product back for us. Why are we not doing that? We sell the crude to them. We will now go back and buy the finished product. Is that economically wise? The NEPA we are talking about, government has no answer to it. It was ECN. From ECN it went to NEPA. From NEPA it went to PHCN. From PHCN we're now having a balkanized bodies Delta own
EDC for the southeast.
We have Edo own. We have a Lagos IKDEC. Just like that, still there is no answer. We have devalued everything in the country. Still, nothing is working well because we have not devalued our moral conscience. Until we develop our moral conscience, all these things will not work. And how do we develop our moral conscience in this situation? You don't have the power, you don't have the energy, you don't have the way to sustain power. Why don't you throw it open to those who have the power to do it? I know of 3 energy companies that want to come on board in Delta State. 2 within Warrior environment. But until date, they've not given them license to operate. Who is withholding that license? The money that is being demanded for by the Ministry of Establishment do we have Ministry of Establishment? Because I know that it is within the establishment there. These people cannot raise that money for what they want to do to help the country. Somebody is sitting on the progress of the country, and the government is quiet. And they are saying that they don't have the... What do they not have? Government is a law. After God, you have government. The next person after God is law. Is the government. Government pronounces anything on you, and that is final. If they throw this thing open, I can bet you each senatorial district in Nigeria can raise minimum of 5 IPP financiers, independent power projects.
We saw what this guy Bath did in Abia State.
Exactly.
An individual.
And they're even celebrating uninterrupted power supply. Why can't we have the same here? Do you know that if we even have 20 hours of light in a day, our economy will be revolutionized in less than 3 months? Well, that is when you will know that Nigerians are creative. That's when you will know that Nigerians are hardworking. But you borrow money to get a small shop. A shop in Ughelli today, let's not even go too far. It's between 25 and 30,000 per month. Now you're talking of between 300,000 naira per month, between 300 and 360,000 naira per month. You now go and buy. I am equal to my neighbor because no man pass my neighbor now. My neighbor is almost 100,000. You add that all to it. You now start buying the things you use in your store. At the end of the day, the little profit you make, you use it to go and buy fuel. Then the little profit you make from that one, NEPA will bring bill, you go and pay NEPA bill for what you do not consume. And we are saying that we are not growing. How can we grow? Let government throw this thing open. If you know you can do this, come. Even give them tax waivers. Give them tax waivers. Because a drowning man does not look at what is clinging to. You hold on to anything just to get out of the mess.
The water. We
are in this position, you are still holding on to NEPA as if it is your birthright to be there. Now that the Abia and other eastern states are pulling out of this, let's see what other areas will do. Are you telling me that in Delta State today we don't have up to 10 people that can even finance this IPP and let everybody be independent? Now they will tell you which grid will they hook it to. What concerns you with the grid? Why don't you hook to the national grid and let TCN charge you for the consumption?
Okay.
If I pay 25,000 naira every month for my NEPA bill for my electricity consumption, I would prefer that I'm buying fuel of 3,000 naira every day with inconveniences attached. My former President General in my community, Prince Thomas Omovie, he came out in the night to put off his gen. He was kidnapped. Just to put off his gen because the lady said that this man must come out and put off his gen. If he was not lucky to escape, what would have happened? The inconveniences of using generator.
Servicing and all of that too.
Servicing.
Oil and all of that. Okay, finally let's go to Edo State where it's still boiling there. Philip Shaibu is in the news. His people somewhere in Edo North are protesting. Yesterday again they protested. That story is captioned, let's see now, it's on the front page of Above the Masthead of the Nation. Pro-Shaibu protesters seek end to impeachment move.
Why? Why should they seek end? This is a government issue, not community issue. What Shaibu did, was it actually right? Have they asked themselves that question? We should forget this tribalistic politics we play. That man was guilty of the offense. He was guilty. If he comes out to say, look, I am sorry and apologize to the party, then the party can say, okay, let us overlook. But not for the community or his people to come and start protesting. This thing was not zoned to your area. That was an established fact. 2, you organize a kangaroo primaries, which is against the norms of the party and the constitution. 3, you declared yourself the winner. But
incidentally, they're not even accusing him of that. The kangaroo primaries he conducted in his house or in his office. So why are they not using that as...
You mean the community?
I mean the House of Assembly in Edo State.
No, but we have not gotten the full details of the...
They said revealing state secrets and...
that is even more. That is even worse than the primaries itself. So that one can take preeminence over every other one. Revealing state secrets is mutiny. You know, there are so many things we take for granted. That thing alone is mutiny. So if they are going to impeach him on that, fine. But he has laid a very, very, very bad foundation. you are confronting your boss, which is anti-politics in Nigeria. Now, you even went to Abuja with your boys to the PDP office that they must give you certificate of return. By the election organized by who? Who organized the election? They are giving you certificate of return.
Okay.
If there was pandemonium there, where will it lead to? So if they are impeaching him, they should even impeach him and try to set precedent for others. In case you want to do that in your state.
If who wants to do it?
Alex Ogbonnaya.
Okay, I think this is where we shall be calling it a day on the program. Thank you so much for being part of it. Thank you, Comrade Ife, for your expert analysis. Michael Gubadia will be here in a short while with Quest Today. Do stay tuned, and we will be right back. It's still Quest Television. I am Alex Ogbonnaya. Good morning.
Quest Broadcasting House, the station where they always give you pass what you expect. Don't carry another heavy package call. The Quest Event Center. Yes, so Quest don't open very correct event center. So time to take a make all your ceremony be talk of the town. Don't call. If you want to organize any occasion like reception, anniversary, birthday party, workshop, seminar, general meetings, etc., etc. Waka straight come Quest Broadcasting House. Make you take see what you never see before. We get tight security, constant electricity.